Thank you for joining us here again on XY Spark. This is your boy Rolando. How are you guys doing? I'm so glad that you've decided to join us once again here on XY Spark to be a part of our conversation. Believe it or not, it's a Wednesday, a hump day, and we are just excited to be here to talk to you again on this platform. Thank you so much for being here. How's your week gone? I hope that you've had a great week. I hope that things have been flowing smoothly as is possible. I hope that you and everyone else that's connected to you are doing great. If you had something unfortunate happening to you this week, we just want to send an acknowledgement of how that is impacting you. And we want you to know that you are more than welcome to reach out to us here on XY Spark. Send us a text, send us a message. Let's know how you're doing. Let's know how we can support you as together we promote holistic, healthy masculinity. You're in tune to Morning Mania, the program that's designed to provide a meal in the morning for men on the move with daily motivation, inspiration, and life coaching tips that seek to motivate, empower, and nurture. I am your boy and men's life coach, Rolando. I want you guys to know that we are more than excited to have you being a part of our conversation. For those who continue to like and subscribe to us on Verbal, on Podbean, on iTunes, on Spotify, we want to say a huge shout out to you and thank you for your continued support to us here on XY Spark. We also wanted to continue to recognize those who are new subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for being here. We value your presence. For those who continue to watch our videos on YouTube, we see you. Wherever you are around the world, you may be in Asia, you may be somewhere in the UK, in Australia, on the African continent, somewhere in South America or the Caribbean. We value your support. I want to say thank you. For our regular patrons of XY Spark, we know that it would not be the same without your presence and without your generosity. And so we continue to say thank you for that. To all our sponsors, wherever you're located, thank you as well for being a part of the XY Spark family. You know, guys, I just wanted to continue to acknowledge those in the Ukraine as they are experiencing war right now. I would just like to take a moment of silence to acknowledge those who are in the Ukraine. Okay, we send our love, we send our prayers, we send our hugs to you, those who are there in the Ukraine. And so today, we want to speak to you on the topic Willpower Wednesday. Willpower Wednesday. You know, many of us as men, we are not confident. We struggle a lot with our self worth. And because of this struggle, we continue to put ourselves in compromising positions. We don't have the discipline that we would like to have as men to continue the journey, to continue on the path that's going to help us to break bad habits, to break away from toxic environments, to stand on our own 2 feet all by ourselves. And so, because the will is not as nurtured and it is not as acknowledged as it should be, we lack the willpower to do some of those things that's going to help us to break away from unhealthy behaviors. We lack the willpower to engage in anything that's going to go against our regular routine. So, how do we get away from these habits that are destructive. I'd like to make some recommendations, some things that you can think about, and I want to share with you three things that you can do that's going to help you to engage the willpower so that you can become the best version of yourself. The first thing that we want to seek to do as men, if we are going to be engaged in the willpower, is we want to work on ways to develop more self discipline. Developing self discipline is going to be a key element in engaging the willpower because the discipline that you and I have as men is going to teach us and help us to set better boundaries. Several times it's because we lack the self discipline why it's easier for us to go in the directions that is more unhealthy and self destructive than what we want it to be because we lack the self discipline. Why is the self discipline lacking? The self discipline is sometimes rather lacking because we are not placing enough value on ourselves that we should. We are not seeing ourselves any better than what we are. We are struggling constantly with that internal dialogue that is pushing us farther away from seeing value and worth in ourselves. So we want to seek to work on ways to develop the self-discipline. The second thing that we want to work on if we are going to engage the willpower is that we are going to have to be more committed to working towards our goals. Do you have goals? Do you see any value in setting some personal development goals? Setting goals will challenge us to break cycles and start living our lives or start doing things that is going to get us from where we are to where we'd like to be. So the second thing that you would want to consider is getting in the mindset of setting goals that's going to help you to grow. Challenge yourself a little bit so that you can become a lot more encouraged and a lot more driven to do the things that's going to help you to be better. So, first point, self discipline. We have to work on that. The second point, set some goals for yourself. We have to start setting some goals for ourselves so that we can break out of some of those cycles. The third point that I'd like to share with you today, as it relates to something that we can do to engage the willpower so that we can become the best version of ourselves. Here's the third point now. Are you ready for it? And I hope you're writing this down. The third point is if you are going to engage the willpower, you've got to stop living too much in your own head. Yes, as men, we like to do that. We spend so much time ruminating on some thoughts and some things that are causing us to crash consistently. So we want to stop living too much in our own heads and break away from these temptations that is pushing us into those negative spaces that is causing us to self harm, that is causing us to self destruct. Yes, if you're going to engage the willpower, I want to challenge you to become a lot more mindful of these three pointers. And if you do that, and when you do that, I want to say to you that there is going to be a huge shift in the way you approach problem solving, in the way you see yourself, and in the way you function daily in your life. This is your boy, Rolando here. Thank you for joining us once again here on XY Spark, where we continue to remind you that at XY Spark, we believe that there is a spark in you. We will see you again next time.